I'm looking at the acquisitions the Raiders made. I'm looking at their making the playoffs last year despite having to overcome unimaginable obstacles, including their coach being forced to resign in abject disgrace in the middle of the season and everything else. And I will tell you this. I think far stranger things have happened than the Vegas Raiders making a legit Super Bowl run this season. Tannenbaum, tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong. They're the third best team in the division because of their secondary. They got a lot better with Chandler Jones, Max Crosby. Best way to help a secondary is the pass rush. They added Rock Ya-Sin, but Greeny, they only had 6 interceptions a year ago, worst in the NFL. And you think about that division and Russell Wilson, Justin Herbert, obviously Patrick Mahomes. Their vulnerability is a bad matchup in the division. They're going to finish third in the AFC West.
You know what happens when your defensive backs aren't that good? You rush the heck out of the passer, and that team could already do it. And now they add Chandler Jones to do it. Fowler, what do you think?
Yeah, after asking around last night, this morning, the sense I get on the Raiders is they still feel like they're probably a few pieces away on defense. They need a few young players to step up in a big way to have a chance there, but they believe they can score on anybody with Darren Waller, Davante Adams, Hunter Renfrow. Derek Carr might be the most underrated quarterback in the entire league right now. So it's going to be a light show in the AFC West every week.
Derek Carr had a sneaky great year last year and was very good in the playoff loss to Cincinnati. And if you put together the numbers, I just did a little math, and Darren Waller missed some time last year, but we all know that when he is fully healthy, he's as productive, right there on the level of productivity with the top tight ends in the league, with your with the Kelseys and everybody else that you want. But you put together the numbers that Davante Adams, oh, by the way, did I mention they added Davante Adams, the best receiver in the NFL? You put together the numbers of Davante Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Darren Waller last year. They combined for 281 receptions and 22 catches. You tell me who's going to have, if Carr has the year of which I believe he is capable, you tell me who has a more explosive offense right now than the Raiders are capable of having with Josh McDaniels calling the plays.
They're going to be hard to defend, and I would take it a step further from a fantasy football and a defensive perspective. Kenyon Drake and Hunter Renfrow Greeny are going to have massive years because when you work with guys like Rex Ryan, Eric Mangini, they always talk about who do we have to take out of the game. They're going to double, as you said, Darren Waller. They're going to double Davante Adams. So I think the ball's going to get spread around. That's what Josh McDaniels does so well. So I agree. They will be hard to defend. And I think guys like Kenyon Drake and Hunter Renfrow will have massive statistical years. But again, Derek Carr has to fix his turnover problem. He led the league in fourth quarter and overtime turnovers, Greeny, and that part's going to have to be cleaned up.
Yeah, Carr needs to make a step forward, of which I'm basically banking he is capable. That's the question. He has shown very goodness over the course of time. Does he have greatness in him? I'm predicting that he does. Here's my next question, or not so much a question, but I was reading your notes to us yesterday, Jeremy, and that is that not only has Davante Adams come in and picked up the offense immediately, but that he's already teaching it to everybody, and they are overwhelmed by his presence so far.
Yeah, talking to people with the Raiders, the word effortless comes up with Adams and his transition to Josh McDaniels' offense, which usually veterans can help bridge that gap. But they said that he's come in helping young receivers. He's on point. He's a smart player. And I was told some coaches had some sneaky suspicion that Adams and Derek Carr were working with each other before they even showed up for OTAs and minicamp. That's how on point and how good the chemistry was early on this offseason.
Look, Davante Adams is a guy who knows what he's doing. He made his choice. You don't leave Aaron Rodgers as a free agent when the team that he's on is offering you just as much, if not more money. If you don't think the place you're going and the guy who's going to be throwing you the ball there can get the job done. I'm not suggesting Derek Carr can be Aaron Rodgers. No one can be Aaron Rodgers. But I think he can be more than good enough to make this a significantly dangerous team.
Yeah, and what you get with Derek Carr is stability. I mean, you're hoping that Derek Carr and Josh McDaniels are paired for the next 10 years and Greeny, no one's talked more about Aaron Rodgers than we have for the last couple of years.
Right.
And that had a drain on Davante Adams. I think it says a lot about Derek Carr's leadership and his intangibles, which is really a massive part of the job description of being a franchise quarterback. So if that man, Josh McDaniels, can clean up Derek Carr's proclivities to turn the ball over late in the game, they will be hard to beat.
You told me this morning you believe Josh McDaniels, in his second crack at head coaching, will be much better than he was the first time.
This could be Bill Belichick 2.0. Bill Belichick had up and down career in Cleveland, goes to New England, the rest is history. Same thing. Josh was in Denver, up and down. Josh McDaniels is a smart guy. He's self-aware. I think he's going to be outstanding this time around.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.